Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Vivid Earth. And today we've got one of our favorite guests back, Richard Cardinal. We've had to reschedule, like, I think twice, at least twice. So it's been a while, Richard, and I've missed you. How have you been?
I love you so much, my beautiful Anina, my beautiful blonde bombshell. I missed you as well. But you know what's funny? Because I think the first time I was under the weather, second time
Yeah.
you were under the weather. But you know
Ascension
what?
symptoms just coming in thick and
Oh,
fast, right?
yes. Yeah, they're very rapid and they do come like with waves. But I say that, maybe, it was a good thing in the sense that while we had to like cancel and put it back to today, maybe we can look at ourselves like, the caterpillar in the cocoon so that today's message will be like the butterfly coming out.
The
Uh,
butterfly message. I love it.
yes, yes.
Yeah, and I've also learned to trust divine timing. If something is not
Yes.
happening, then so be it. When I used to run my business, I wanted to control everything, and everything had to
Mm.
happen now, and it must be like this. And then, I was so determined and strong-willed that I just willed things into existence. I mean, the universe actually doesn't work like that because there's a lot of things going on that our little human minds are not aware of. So sometimes we are protected, sometimes we corrected, guided. Our higher self is always there. And so if something happens that something has to be canceled or can't happen, we have to trust the divine timing. So yeah, I've learned to completely trust it. And I've got so much peace now. The control freak in me has been laid to rest. Kind of.
Mm.
Sometimes it comes up for a little, hey, what's happening? It's like, okay, no, you can go back to sleep now. Work in
I love
progress.
it. Well, that, comes full circle to my butterfly metamo example, I think we all do this in our life cycle, because if we stay stagnant, why are we staying here really? It is all about growth, integration, learning, developing. And it's great to have a sense of humor. And I think that, like you say, like in general, your control freak is gone most of the time, but it's okay to want stuff organized. Like I always say, like I never take myself seriously, but when it comes to my work and my message, I take that very seriously. So I can be a bit of a control freak for that as a beacon, as a voice. This is why I'll go and meditate in the morning, whether it be in the jacuzzi or in the sauna, and I talk to my higher self. How am I going to make this show? What subjects? So, I think we all have a bit of a control thing there because we take what we do seriously because we're passionate, not just for us, but for, like I said earlier before recording, to the lost sailors at sea.
Hmm.
Huh?
That beacon
Yeah.
for all the lost sailors.
Yeah.
We have to be that beacon. And,
Yes.
the key is balance. That it's important
Mhm.
to want to get things done because action is sometimes needed to get stuff done. And we know how to do that. But at the same time, there's a time and place for everything. And balance is truly
Mhm.
the key.
And I think we do a lot of balancing while we sleep. Because I don't know about you, I know about me, and I do personal Zooms day in and day out. So I talk all around the world to our sisters and brothers, and sleep has been very funny right now. And how I see it is that we get a lot of codes that are coming in, a lot of upgrades in our sleep because the ego is detached from the avatar while we sleep. So it's easier for it to come in, but we can have a lot of sleep weirdness, waking up at weird hours for several hours before going back to bed. I think that's all part of it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard and I believe it and I feel it that at night we go for training. We're sitting around some boardroom or training room. We're getting trained for what's to come. We don't necessarily remember it when we wake up, but there's that inherent knowing, the inherent
Mm.
knowledge, because we are the way shows, and everyone that's watching this is part of this way shower
Yes.
team for the new Earth.
Mhm.
And we're going to have to lead the world forward into this new world. And there's so much to learn, and all the time we are making quantum leaps forward right now, and it's just so exciting. We were just saying before we started recording, we feel like kids on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
It's like the world is about to shift and change, and we feel like we're on this threshold, and it's just so exciting to be here right now.
It's very exciting because we are here, Femi. Like we've been like seeing the future. Future was delayed, more people had to wake up, right? But
Yeah,
we're actually here and we are entering next year into the year of the fire horse.
yeah,
And what
it's gonna
does
be a
fire
wild
remind
one.
you of? The rising phoenix taking flight.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there. It's a beautiful time to be alive. You know how privileged it is to be alive and twitching and something that's never ever been done before. Because usually it would have had to be like a catastrophe, a mud flood, fire, something, a restart. But this time, no, and this is why we've been having all these ascension symptoms. Things had to be slowed down, I think, because, like a lot of people at the time, way back with the Dolores Cannon, we love her. She's like the perfect grandmother. You want to bring her apple pie, right? I adore this woman. And
Yeah,
like the solar flash and all that, and we've been talking about that and the two worlds splitting. The thing is I don't think our avatar would have been able to tolerate one solar flare or flash. It would have been too much. Our
yeah,
organs had to move around, hence the Mandela effect. The heart is no longer on a side, it's at the center. All our organs have moved. We have different, the rib cage is different, the skull is different. So while we were sleeping, having our sleep deprivation or disrupted, I should say, along with all like the sinus and the tummy problems and the heart palpitation. This is what our whole avatar has been upgrading while we were sleeping so that we could make it across to the golden age. Because one shot, I think that most of people would not have been able. We would have
yeah.
like blown up, maybe. I don't know.
We would
It
have
was a
lost a lot
lot.
of people.
Yeah.
I would have only been the fittest really that survived, and that would have been traumatic for those that survived. So I think it was broken up into stages so that our body can digest it. But right now it's really picking up speed. It seems to be like coming in thick and fast. We get maybe a day or two break, and then the next one comes. But I'm finding now I'm I'm taking it. My body is taking it much better. So I definitely feel like I've had an upgrade or two.
Mhm. Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
you have. We all have. We all
yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah. It's exciting. And we would just we thought today we chat about all the signs in the sky really that is indicating to us that not only our intuition telling us that a big shift is imminent, but there are signs in the sky, there are prophecies pointing towards this time. Not just the Hopi, but also Edgar Casey pointed at this
Mhm.
time, specific time, as the time when everything was going to shift. Humanity's consciousness were going to change forever. Even those that didn't even know they had consciousness were going to
Mm.
feel the changes. So this is such a monumental time to be alive. So we wanted to go through a couple of those signs that we are seeing right now that tells us that change, big change and quantum leaps for humanity is imminent, um,
Mhm.
which is exciting. And we chatted about the Hopi prophecy, and I did a show about the blue Kachina a couple of days ago. Um, and the blue Kachina was going to be first, and we've had quite a few of them around the world. It started actually in Norway in 2009, and then it kind of spread around the world. We even had one in South Africa in 2022, which I didn't even know. Um, And it seems lately there's been one in the UK. I don't see a lot of other people talking about that. I know that there was one in March as well. So things are definitely picking up, and we're feeling now the next prophecy coming to light, which is um, the red prophet, the red Kachina, the last messenger that really signifies the purification phase, the final catalyst that'll bring transition into the world. So we thought we'd do some readings on that. So maybe Richard, you can also share your intuitive insights, and then maybe we can pull some cards on that.
I love it. That was so beautifully explained, Anina, my beautiful sister. And of course, I'll do
Mhm.
some cards, but like the blue Kachina, red Kachina, I've known about this for several years now. And I think that how I see it is that before we see the red Kachina, will always come the blue Kachina. Now, blue, the color of emotions, water, crystalline. Because the thing is, it's not a one-shot deal. Like there's going to be one blue Kachina and one red Kachina, as in there's not going to be just one solar flash.
Mhm.
So how I get it, and I saw in my meditation this morning, is that the blue Kachina will appear in disguise, whether it's aurora borealis or like certain stars or moons or whatever it is, it's always a look at the sky, and it will appear at certain areas throughout the simulation at specific times. Now, again, blue is water, it is emotion, it's crystalline, and in that there's memory. So, how I saw it is when there's a certain area that's starting to wake up. And I'm talking as like the commune, right? The collective of that area. There's starting to be an emotion revelation, emotional intelligence that's detaching from the ego. And then it's like a collective, it's like oh wow, like I'm following the wave of the emotion. I'm starting to see, wake up from my slumber. That's where we will have the blue Kachina. And I think that your video you did on the Blue Kachina in the UK is because the UK has been, well, come on now, it's a hub, right? It was a hub for banking, government, media. There was a lot happening there. And, a lot of people have been reporting that why is everyone so asleep here? Well, I think that's what the blue Kachina is because people are coming out of the dark night of the soul or their slumber. So that's the first sign that would be there.
Yeah.
Then would
And
come the red. Yes,
yes, and London is one of the trinity of control, and one of the most
yes.
important ones, being the financial capital of the world
Mhm.
for the darker forces. So they've been using the city of London, which coincidentally is not part of, it's an entity on its own. It's not even part of England. It's a foreign territory, just like Washington, D.C. and the Vatican is. So yeah, that's a very important part because remember, it controls basically almost the rest of the world because of all the Commonwealth countries that falls under, or I'd like to say fell under the monarchy, including
Yeah,
Canada, including South Africa, Australia, New
yes.
Zealand, and a whole bunch of other countries. So it was so important to liberate that control system. And I feel that blue, you know, people say it's a blue spiral. You can say it's a blue Kachina.
Mhm.
We don't have proof. We can't give you the scientific facts here. But as intuitives, we feel that it's a sign in the sky, and it could be what the Hopi was talking about. But
Well, it's
sorry, I was
definitely
kind of
what they were talking about. Definitely. Oh, yes.
yeah, yeah.
And
So
this is
sorry, I
interesting
interrupted.
what you just said about like London, Washington, Vatican. They ruled the world. But look, that was a trinity. Everything happens in threes, don't they? But that's the old guard, babies.
Yeah.
And this is why, like the blue Kachina, because we've had the red Kachina already at certain other places. But I think this is what it is like because Gaia has got her ley lines, right? So different things are activating while the Trinity of the Old Guard has been falling and is falling. This is what's happening. We'll have different Kachinas. So maybe if we had a blue Kachina in the UK recently, but last year we had a red Kachina somewhere else. I don't know where to name. Pick a place. It's probably because they already had their blue Kachina before and they awakened. Because blue, it's emotional reveal, and red, that is like burning the old guard because you can't really get rid of the old guard until you have an emotional epiphany of what's revealed from within. Now that that has been seen, felt, then the ashes come, the fire, the red, the
The
cleansing.
purification.
Pure, thank you, exactly that. And guess what comes out of that? The phoenix, born
Yeah.
from the ashes, taking
Rises again.
flight. Yeah.
And it reminds us of that FireHorse, the Chinese astrological sign for
Yes.
2026, which coincidentally only really kicks in on the 17th of February because that's when their new year is. But still, we can feel us, the planet preparing for that time already. And that's going to be a
Ah.
fast year. We're going to be galloping literally through 2026.
Yes. So much so. And, I hope that everyone that's real, has been doing the inner reflection and the inner work. And I think they do. I think that most everyone that listens to your channel, my channel, Honey's channel, all of our channels have been doing the work. That's why they're here. We don't know everything. And often we discover as we go and we grow, right? But, if you didn't do the work, you're not going to be able to ride that horse, huh? That horse is
It's
wild,
going to throw you
baby.
off. A
Oh
wild
my
horse is not
gosh.
easy to ride.
Yep. But most of us, we're going to be able to handle it and we're going to like it because it comes with freedom. It's a liberation. And what is freedom? Freedom is wild. It's untamed. It's not put in a box. It's not put on a leash. It roams like a beautiful wild stallion. That's
Yeah.
amazing to me and exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I heard the other day that back in the day in China, when a girl was born in the year of the fire horse,
Mhm.
they would terminate them.
Yes, yeah.
Why? Because they knew that they'd be rebels. They'd be upsetting the apple cart. They'd be waking the others up because the fire horse person knows no bounds. They only know freedom and they don't sit in the box. They don't think inside the box. And so I can understand for the status, for the powers that be back then, it wasn't a good idea because women had to and it's also the divine
Mhm.
feminine that was suppressed back then. So that's the last thing they wanted. Women had to behave and stand in line and do as they told. Why? Because of the power of the divine feminine and its ability and her ability to create. And they didn't want the people to create, they wanted obedient slaves. And so that's so interesting. So finally, it's like a reborn of that of the divine feminine, the wild at heart, rewilding the divine feminine, so to speak, to be in line with nature and in harmony
Mhm.
with her true nature.
Yes. That was
And that
beautifully
goes
said.
for the
And
men
I
as
did.
well, by the way, not just the female, but the men as
Mm.
well. That free divine feminine within them as well to embrace that because we all have feminine and masculine within ourselves.
Yes, we all do. And that's beautiful because I did not know every detail you said about. I knew that girls, women were suppressed over there, but I did not know what you said about like the fire horse and doing that to them. But what I did get, because I did take some cards while you were talking about China and the feminine. So, yes, you were right. It came in fast and furious with the Knight of Swords, Heiko Silver. That's a sword, an air element. We can look at it very much into, like what you said, getting rid of them, because that's what's representing. But also, swords is an air element because this woman who was born under that sign would have been a rebel and she would have had a voice. Swords or it could be things that are thought and said really rapidly. But right now, there is a justice happening with that whole cycle with the judgment card, and it's justice karmic punch to it. There's a rebalancement happening here, and those days are over because we're crossing the 1111 portal. So, what used to be back then to how things were done, it's over. Justice, this is the heartbeat. Justice is happening right here.
Rebalancing of the scales.
And then I took one last one and then returned to Gaia, the divine alpha woman birthing being, well, Gaia. So, yay. That's
So
what I
that will
got.
be Gaia in 2026. She will be free and finally able to express herself and live
Yes.
freely as a divine feminine,
Hmm.
not take the abuse anymore that's been thrust upon her for so many hundreds of
There's not
years.
going to be any more abuse. There's not going to be. I've even seen like concrete buildings dissolving.
Yeah, I
'Cause she
can't
doesn't
wait.
like this. She doesn't like this. And it's
And
not going
all
to
the
be
no, go ahead.
It's not going to be like explosion, like bombs getting rid of it. Like I saw this morning, because I think it was you had, yes, with Honey not too long ago, and you were talking like you were going downtown and there's people everywhere and they're building and building. And that
Yeah.
got me thinking in my meditation. I said, yes, Anina's right. Why is it that there's all this concrete that's building, 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 building? Whether it be where you are, where I am, everyone is building all the time. Well, I have a bigger story to that, but then I asked, like, I know that Gaia does not support that because she can't breathe with this dead material on her. So how is
Mm.
it gonna look? We're going into a new era. So what is this? Like all this material around this concrete, why are they keeping adding? And I got from higher self, it's okay, it has a purpose for the in between. But then Gaia, her root system is going to start breaking it up. We're going to have microisms that will start deteriorating it, and even the sun will start melting it. So it's going to go back, and she's going to digest it, and then we're going to have a natural like hemp there where you had like poles for cell towers. You're
Bamboo.
going to have birds nesting. It's going to be very different.
Yeah. And even the roads and the pavements, what I've been dreaming about this so many times. Once we have flying cars, we won't have any of these highways and these ugly roads and the
Mm.
pavements and the sidewalks anymore. And I cannot wait for that because that is just so damaging for Gaia as well. It's so horrible. I
You
hate,
can't breathe
we
with all that concrete.
no, it's terrible. And
Yeah.
I specifically moved to like a seaside town. It's only like half an hour of Cape Town because I like the village kind of atmosphere, but without being kind of backwards, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah, yes,
quite,
I know. Yes.
the people are not narrow-minded, but and
Mhm.
then they started putting all these pavement, and we have a lot of horses here, and it's a beach town, and a lot of equestrian estates, and the horses would go next to the road. People would ride their horses. Now they're starting to put up all these concrete pavements everywhere. And I'm like, why? Surely people know how to walk on soil. Like, what's
I
wrong with
know,
them?
right?
Why? Because they want to disconnect us from Gaia. So they still add it with their little plans, but that's going to disintegrate soon. And I see what can visualize what you're saying. Gaia will just
Mhm.
disintegrate all these inorganic structures, and one day they will just be gone. And the other thing that I really resonated with, I heard some time ago, a few years ago, is that some of these buildings that we see, they might just disappear. They might even be holographic. If you look
Yes,
at like
there
the
is
city
some.
center
Mhm.
and there's just building upon building, some of them will just be gone
Mhm.
one day. They will just not be there
Yes,
anymore.
yes.
So I
But
love
do
it.
you want to know what else I got? Because I got a bigger story, and it's such a big story that I'm actually going to do a solo video on it. But if you want, I'd love to share to you and the family what else I got with concrete.
Yes, please.
You want to hear it? Do you really, really want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, so because I'm asking to my higher self, it's like, okay, like we all know about holograms, NPCs, and there's a lot of departures right now. So why are we building so much? Who is this going to be with? And
Exactly.
before but before I got to like guess gonna get rid of all it, I got the in between. So as much as there are departures, NPCs, holograms, there's gonna be a lot of arrivals, and this is our star family where we're gonna start walking hand in hand on the streets with them. So with all
Yes.
these buildings that they are creating, a lot of them are going to be like around portals, military bases. They're going to be almost like um, please hold. I'm looking for a word. I'm French. Damn it! It was such a good word.
What is the French word?
Now I can't even think of it. It's interdimensional
Oh, yeah.
hostels.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
these concrete places will be able to support our interdimensional beings coming in, the ones who have been forgotten and left to die, the homeless who refused to follow the rules. So there's going to be a lot of purposes for this, because as much as people are going to leave, who's coming in is they're sentient. So we're going to repopulate. Well, let's not look at depopulation anymore. It's a repopulation, but now it's all sentient. So we will need some of these like exaggerated buildings, but that's only the in between. And then when everyone's sentient and everyone's getting along, that's raising the frequency. And that's when Gaia's going to get rid of all the concrete. It has its place for the in between. Did you love it?
Mm.
The end.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I can definitely see that. And yes, our higher dimensional brothers and sisters will start joining us, walking hand in hand, and
Yes.
even, probably the Tartarians, first of all, and then also our galactic brothers and sisters will, when it's safe, they will, come down and join us here, and we'll be able to converse with them and interact with them. And how beautiful is that? I actually was looking for a video now because I thought I downloaded it, but I don't have it. That I
Mm.
just saw, I think somebody sent it to me. That just looks so 5D. I mean, it was so beautiful. I have all these like I'm obsessed now with like circular and
Mm.
dome-shaped houses, like made from hemp and natural materials. You can even have one with ceramics with sacred geometry. It looks like a flower of life, but it's like a dome. And all these structures. Can you imagine how beautiful New Earth is going to look like with these new types of houses and buildings and structures that are in harmony with nature and in harmony with our bodies? Like they will be, they will ooze sacred geometry. They will,
And the proper sacred
yeah,
sacred
not the hijacked
geometry.
one, the
Because this is
proper,
the thing, still a lot of people, many are not aware because it looks the same, right? Sacred geometry, and then it got hijacked. And sometimes it's only like a little bit of a difference, the calculation. So the naked eye can't really see it, but it's
yeah,
going to be a restoration to the proper one. And one of our favorite words, Anina, remembrance, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
what we see in the future, it's actually a remembrance of how it used to be before the upside down and the hijack.
And that's why we do have this vision in our minds, because It's not us imagining this, it's us remembering
Yes,
this way of
and
living.
therefore we see the future.
Exactly. And I can remember the light. It's like an iridescence and the
Mm,
rainbow refraction of light that is just permanently around you. But it's like
yeah.
pastel colors and
Mm.
like gold dust. Everything is like surrounded by gold dust. Everything is beautiful and crisp and a lot more vivid than what we see it now.
Oh, I got you, Vivid Earth. That was good. Vivid Earth. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So New Earth, Vivid Earth,
I
same.
love it. I love it so much. And it's very much like the movies, like the visuals of like Avatar, not the war
Yeah.
aspect of the movie, but when they live in harmony with nature
Yes.
and because we are in a simulation, guys. It's organic. What is a simulation? It's intelligence, so it's actually quite um, um, psychedelic. I was going to say psychotic. No, 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 no. Psychedelic. And that's how you can see when you're able to see really with your mind's eye, like I can look at walls and they start waving. When I look at a white ceiling, I never see white. I see like the old-fashioned TV sets in the 70s, 80s after
Yes,
midnight.
like a
It goes like,
pixelation. You can see the dots, the red, the blue, the
yeah,
within the so-called white color, but it's actually made up out
yes.
of the refraction of light and color.
Yes, but it's also seeing the simulation and through the matrix. Because
Mm,
also, when I'm very tired and very calm with zero thoughts in my hand, I can actually see the construct of the matrix, which looks like chicken wire or a
mm,
honeycomb. And it's a
mm.
very pastel yellow, the shaping. And I'll see that. And I know I'm not crazy. Well, to most, well, maybe to some I could be. But I'm not.
I mean, where does the word crazy come from anyway? All the people that
Yeah,
they said were crazy that were never crazy, even
yeah.
the ones that were schizophrenic, they were just in touch with their multidimensional self, perhaps, and not knowing how to handle it. So the whole thing,
Well,
about
that's a
crazy.
bigger subject,
Yeah, that's a
schizophrenia.
subject for
That's
another
that's
day.
like huge, yeah. Because there's a
Yeah.
lot of layers to that onion. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've often wondered about that, and I think most people that are classified either schizophrenic, the bipolar, or autistic are not that at all. It's a totally
Autistic is
different thing.
angels. They're angels.
Yeah.
Autism? Oh my gosh, yes. I've done a video a long time ago on this, and they feel everything. They see everything, and they're very misunderstood in this world.
Mm, yeah, exactly. I have my sister-in-law's son is autistic, and
Okay.
it's a lot for her to handle. She's in France, actually, in Nice. And some days she doesn't know how she gets through the day because, it's just so sensory stimulated, and she gets really exhausted and tired. And I get that, but I just remind her often that, this boy can see things that nobody else can see. Just remember,
Mm.
it's a gift, not a burden. Um, and one day, you will fully realize just what a gift he is. And of course, she loves him with all she's got.
Of
But some
course.
days they get a little bit like short. No, sit down. Because it gets too
You're
much.
driving me crazy.
You're driving me crazy.
Uh-huh.
um, but he was not never meant to fit into the normal world, right? Never
No.
meant to sit inside the box. But that is a big subject that we need to get into maybe another day. But
We could, because that could be a full hour conversation, which
yeah,
my higher self is very excited because I think that we can bring a lot or, provoke thinking, by what we're going to share. But regarding your friend, before we move on, her higher self actually volunteered to mother him.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't doubt that for a minute.
Yeah.
And I could see when they visited here, he would look at me through the side of his eyes. He would like just watch me like this, and sometimes he would say things to her like, "Oh, he said something about me while in France. Oh, Anina is feeling better now." It's like she never even told him I'm not feeling well. So he just knows stuff, you know,
Yeah, they
and
know everything.
yeah,
And you were right, they're not made to be boxed in. What did we say about Liberty and the Fire Horse? You don't
exactly.
put a shackle on him, you don't put him in a cage.
Yeah, don't send him to school. Like
Uh,
that's the last thing you should be doing.
oh,
But
yeah.
you know, in France, they're quite strict. You can't not send your kids to school. There's actually no way. And
So,
he, you know, that's when he acts out if he's forced to go to school.
yeah.
And then they feed him that food that is so disgusting and bad for you. That's when he acts out. Otherwise, he copes quite well. As soon as he goes to school, it's like, oh, he hates it. Anyway,
But the autistic children and beings, so I took three cards. I took the Liberty where before, in case you wouldn't ask me. So
yeah,
talking about autism, they feel everything with the Ace of Cups. They are like that dove plunging into that golden chalice. It's pure emotion. They show up as the page of pineapples. This is something, the pineapples, a pentacle, is something grounding. So we're not going to look at gold coins right now in finances because the avatar is something tangible. So they come in to bring some emotions for a new day, a new dawn, because the page is a beginning and we're looking up high hopes. They are here, something tangible to bring to help us cross with the Three of Wands to a new destination. So I think that they are a waivers. So we know, like, I'm Indigo Child. I think that's what you would be as well, my love. And then you got
yeah.
Crystalline, and there's so many, but there are a very specific one that came all heart for a new day, a new dawn as we cross to well, the restored golden phoenix Gaia.
5D.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So we can do a next show about all these
Oh
mental
yeah, let's do
disorders,
it. Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
autism, ADHD is a big one, and then schizophrenia, bipolar, and all these like states of,
Oh,
you know,
I'm waiting for delivery and it just knocked. You want to babble and
yeah, go for it. Okay, so we just paused quickly while Richard took his delivery, but we're back.
we're back.
So do you remember what you were talking about?
Okay, yes, I didn't know if I should say because no, no, no. I had a delivery. I've become a Team U monster. So I had placed an order with Team U, and Team U has changed greatly because originally it was all from China, I believe. But now it feels like a bit like Amazon because, like through Team U, people can have their different stores. And
Yeah,
sometimes like,
you can stock stuff on Temu like Amazon, yeah, or like Etsy.
yes. So, at night after hard work, sometimes I go shopping. And I don't really look where the things go. It's like, oh, okay, I like this, I want that. So this one came from China. There was something in it that was China. So they came yesterday while I was at the dentist, apparently. And so I have to sign for it. So I get, well, anyway, so that's why I had to go because they already showed up yesterday. And if I don't answer, I want my stuff. I want my toys.
Your your gifts that you bought
Well,
yourself.
yes.
And it's so
Yes.
funny, you know, like we used to shop for all the superficial things. I used to shop for shoes and bags. I had hundreds of them.
Mhm.
Now I shop for crystals and, you know, just like beautiful, like spiritual things, as I'm sure you do too. So it's like a totally different shopping that we do these days.
I agree. So me too. Like I ordered two because this one came from Temu. She is called Isabella after her beloved tarot by Isabella. And because she's kind of, inspired me to read the crystal ball. So it's
Yeah.
amethyst, and it's a real amethyst. But see, this in a store I could have paid up to $500, but I paid like a little over 100 for her, and she's five
Wow.
pounds.
She's heavy. I can
Yeah,
see that.
And I ordered two more. That's what I got one that's like a citrine color that I already named Farah for faucet.
Mm,
And another
yes.
one is a green fluorite that it's like looking at the universe or inside the eyes of a cat. So I
I
can't
think
wait
you've
to
officially
use
become
them.
a crystal ball addict.
Well, you know what? I'm the opposite from you, Miss Minimalism. I'm maximalism. So if I like
Wow.
something, I want more, more.
Yeah, we are just saying, he says, maybe you need some pictures on the wall. I said, no, 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 that's good. I don't need any pictures. I love minimalism now. That's my current aesthetic. But clearly, Richard and I are like opposites.
Yeah, but opposites attract,
Exactly.
and opposite creates something, you know?
That's in
Yeah.
the yin and the yang, how we balance each other out. We
Yes.
can't all be the
Yes.
same.
Well, I don't want everyone to be like me. I'd exhaust myself.
It would be a boring world if everyone is the
Oh my
same,
God,
right?
will he ever shut up?
Somebody's got to listen and somebody's got to keep babbling. Anyway, yeah, we're moving into such a fun time on Earth, and it is so important to have fun. While we can be so serious about this spiritual growth and development that we're doing that we forget to have fun, and we forget how important that is. In this process, have some fun, have some belly laughs, do some belly dancing. Sing, hum. I heard the other day, just like 5 minutes of humming can do amazing things for your body, like the healing effects that it can have on the body. And so we must remember that. Or I like to whistle to the little squirrels or the birds to get their attention. Why
Oh my
not?
God, your aura is so bright right now. Something just came out of you. It's a bright, bright orange. It is huge. It's massive. Wow.
Wow, it's because
As
I
soon as you
love
start
nature.
talking about that, no, I'm telling you, it came like all the way out. It's like beaming.
I should do more whistling, right? But
Yes.
it kind of gives you smoking lines, the smoker's lines that women can get. I get that from
Yeah,
whistling.
well,
So I'm like, can't do too much whistling, but I can do humming.
yeah. Yeah, but lines, the road maps. I mean, is it always? I think it might be worse for a woman because you've all been like, bombarded with what should be beautiful and youthful.
Yeah. And I've
So,
never felt comfortable with aging because where I'm from, we don't age. Now you come
right.
to Earth and you kind of lose your looks and you get all wrinkly. It's like, no, that's not okay. We don't
Yeah.
have to age. So that's kind of, the mindset.
Yes, 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 yes.
But I think our
Um,
generation also remain sort of kids at heart. We remain very playful, even though we're like in our 50s. You would When our parents were in their 50s, they looked
didn't
old.
look the same. No, they looked
Yeah,
old.
yeah,
Or our grandparents maybe like 50 years old had a specific look like it looked. I'm 55, like I don't look like when I was a child at what a
yeah,
55 looked like. And you know what, I want to
definitely.
come back full circle, sister, like you were saying about the humming. I think that this is such a good thing that we need to pay attention to a little bit more because we're all tuning forks. So we get
Hmm.
tuning forks to like heal and all that, but we forget that we are frequency. So we also always think, okay, like I want to heal. So what can I buy and use it as an object? But we forget that we ourselves are that. So
We
it
have
will
the
heal
technology
us.
inside.
We have it inside. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we hear the birds sing in the morning, you know how that's activating. Actually, trees open their pores in the morning when the birds start tweeting or singing. And I
Yes.
believe we do too. So we start opening up to the world. It's like this beautiful high frequency sound that just, gets you started at the beginning of the day, puts you in a great mood.
Yes. Well, this is why the flowers open up. It's from the singing of the birds. It's like their wake up
Yeah,
call. It's like their form of a rooster waking up a farmer, but it sounds
yeah.
better. Because I wouldn't want a rooster in my bedroom. That hits a little like ah.
Yeah, it's a bit hectic, but I have neighbors with roosters, so it's not too close to me because I would hate it being like right next to my bedroom window when I still want to sleep because sometimes they go in the middle of the night. I'm like, can you not see it's dark?
Sleep already.
Yeah, it's time to sleep.
You gotta
Ah,
start giving him sleeping pills.
it's like, what's wrong with your circadian rhythm, Rooster?
Well, maybe
Stay
they
up
too
right
have,
now.
but at the beginning, we're talking about like sleep changes that
Mm.
sometimes humans wake up in the middle of the night for 2 hours, go back. Maybe the rooster too.
Yeah, maybe they've been suffering as well from all these ascension symptoms
The
because
animals, oh,
sleeplessness
yes.
is one of the big ones.
Yes.
All this electromagnetic activity with the solar flares, it actually interferes with our circadian rhythms. And so the poor animals are feeling it as well. It's like, he's like, cuckoo, cuckoo. And the other hens are like, what the hell are you doing? It's the middle of the night, man. Go back to sleep.
What a funny visual that is. But I think we got something there because the animals are ascending too, and they're aware of it. We question it because we got ego. They don't have ego. So they
Mhm.
go with the flow. Yeah.
Yeah, they know how to surrender to nature, right?
They don't
They
know
don't
any
ask
better, and
questions.
that's a good thing.
They don't ask, so what are the scientists saying about this? The fact that I'm waking up in the middle of the night. They just, well, I'm awake now. That's it.
Let me take 3 cards on this and the roosters in the middle of the night. Just 3 cards. I'll make it quick. I'm just curious because higher self heard our whole conversation, so I
And the
don't have to
funny thing
ask.
is, normally it's when I'm awake in the middle of the night. So surely there must have been some solar flares that caused us to be sleepless in the middle of the night. And then the rooster next door is also feeling it. So he's also awake. So that's why I hear him.
They're dispersing energy. That's what it is because they come in really fast, as in the chariot being the fastest card of the deck. So if they're starting to quack a doodle at 2 a.m., it comes like a chariot, very fast moving. But it's in order to disperse a negative energy because that, the
Mm.
Five of Swords, it's inner conflict, war of wars, information, but it's like a static in the hand in order to have Judgment Day, a wake up call. That's what a rooster does. He'll use the trumpet and wake you up. So it's dispersing. So they got the call with everything that's happening in our DNA upgrades, and they're doing, even if annoying, at 2 a.m., it's to break something up here. It's a judgment. They're coming in really rapidly with everything Atlas, the Schumann's resonance. The Schumann's resonance has also been spiking. Huh?
Yeah,
So the roosters,
weirdly.
they feel very important. I never saw a rooster as important as this, but obviously they are. They have their place in all the changes that's happening with Gaia.
And if you think about it, that small body making such a noise,
I know.
the energy that it has to conjure up to be able to make that noise, it's quite
Yeah,
something.
it's a lot.
And
Yes.
clearly, it's got a role in nature, a unique role in nature. That it's not just nothing is random. The roosters have their own place in nature
Yes.
to wake up the rest of the world, right?
You
So,
know what, Anina? This is so amazing. I could go on for another hour. We had so many other topics to hit.
is it already an hour?
It's
What
already an
happens to
hour.
time?
And it's because I also do hairdressing in between Zooms, and I have an elderly client that I've done her hair for a long time, and she can't drive. So I actually have to go pick her up and then bring her here and do her hair.
Sweet. It's
And
totally
I can't
fine.
be
I
late
just
for
don't
her.
understand where time is going at the moment. We're
It was
losing
fast.
the attachment to time and space. We go into this tunnel of discovery, and that an hour is gone. What?
Yes. I know, I know. And we had like so many topics that we wanted to go, like I think I think we've made through one, and then we had spontaneous ones that appeared. But this was
And then this
fun.
multi-dimensional conversation just went in 50 other directions, but that's how it is. I've learned
I
to
had
embrace
so much fun. I think this was probably my favorite show with you. I mean, it was just fun.
it. It was. We'll have to do a marathon one day where we just do like 3 hours.
Well, you know what? We can book maybe for a 2 hour, maybe just in case to be safe. It's because like I'm actually booked out till mid-February.
Sure, busy man.
Yeah, and of course, when I do shows with you, if I plan accordingly, but you don't do Mondays, it's your day off, huh? That's the thing. Mondays are your days off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my days off too, so I usually do shows on my day off.
I try and
Um,
spend it with my husband, so
but you
we
have to see, I'm single, so you need
so
to
you
love your
can
man.
manage your own schedule, but I've got to be mindful.
You got to be mindful. It's called love, sweet love. Did you want me to share with you in the Femi uh, invocation that
Yeah,
I composed this morning?
please.
Okay, so Femi, keep in mind that I built this invocation with series of discussions we wanted to go through today. Even if we didn't tap into them all, you will get the feeling, and I do put a lot of light codes into my invocation. And it's a little longer than my usual one, but I think you will love it very, very much.
I'm sure we will.
All right. Ooh, I got a lot of notes. That's Richard. I'm in a rush. I got to go pick up my client and I can't even find my vocation. I'm so like silly. Ay, ay, ay.
That's normally that when you're feeling under pressure, then you can't find stuff. That's what I find with me.
Ay, ay, ay. It's.
But yeah, so we wanted to cover all
Ah,
this. You found it?
no.
No.
Oh my gosh, I did not download it. This is insane. Okay, so what I can do though, I did download something. It could actually seem, I think there was a reason. It might have been too long. And since we didn't touch all of the subjects, we'll save it for the next time. But
Yeah.
I did also take note of something else. I saw the medicate, meditation. That is appropriate. And I knew I had to save that. So I'm going to use this, Femi. It is called the Phoenix and the Kachinas. One prophecy, two elements. Imagine Earth, Gaia, as a great phoenix. The blue Kachina is the breath that awakens the heart. The inhale before the rise. It is the water that washes the feathers clean, the tears that soften the old ashes sticking to the wings. Now, the red Kachina arrives, the fire. It is the moment the phoenix remembers, like a rooster, who he is and ignites. Blue dissolves the illusion internally. Red burns away the structure externally. Together, they are one metamorphosis from ash to feather to flight. The prophecies are not about two stars. They are about the phoenix in all of us. The end.
I love it. Humanity is the phoenix
We are the
rising from the ashes right
phoenix.
now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, what a
And did it
beautiful.
make sense that I lost the other one? I think this was perfect, like
It was.
for
I love it. Yay. Awesome. Well, next time we'll do a marathon session, and there's so many
yes.
more things we want to discuss, and we'll get to it.
Mm.
Wonderful seeing you, Richard.
I
And
love you so much. This was so much fun. So much fun. You made
it
my
was.
day. Now I can go do hair and be happy.
It's like, in the old days, you used to go for a coffee with a friend. That's what it feels like, just
Yes, yes.
discussing all of the beautiful things happening around us. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And remember, Femi, Golden Femi, we got this. We've made it this far. We are the Phoenix. Let's not forget, we're breaking the shackles. We are the FireHorse. You can't catch me.
The phoenix is rising,
Yes.
rising and rising. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon. Until next time,
We
lots of
love
love
you.
to everyone.
Mwah!
Lots of love. Bye. I trust you've enjoyed that, everyone, as much as I did. It was a really fun conversation. And we'll leave all the links below. So you'll find my links there. You'll find Richard's links there. Make sure you are subscribed on the odd chance that you're not. Um, yeah, all the links are below. Make sure you share, like, and that you are subscribed. You press the bell button so you get notified when new videos are out. I've been struggling for 24 hours to upload a video to YouTube. So hopefully it will be up soon, and I will see you very soon. Much love.